Can't.
Away.
Because it is the promise of God that He will be with them. That He will bless those who bless Israel, and He will curse those who curse them. So that is why this is the word of God, though. And over the years, it has been coming and going like that. So the Arab nations, they should find a way to make peace with Israel.
I don't understand. So the Arab nations are also not worshiping God too. I didn't also God's children.
I said they should find a way to make peace with Israel. That's what I'm saying. Because they are the chosen children of God. You cannot rule it out. The historical facts are there. And when you come to espionage and the secret mission,
yes,
the Mossad are number one in the whole world. They can do
Mossad. The
Mossad, you cannot.
Intelligence, more like if you say intelligence, they are.
No, you can't beat them. You can't beat them. I am telling you, they are what. In fact, the CIA then be apprenticed to Mossad. Seriously, so that is the more reason why you should be careful.
Those guys can fish you out from your bedroom inside your village.
They can. When I watch 24-hour series and I saw what Jack Bauer was doing, I said, "This guy."
So he didn't walk. He didn't walk for where Mossad DRV. All right, interesting. Lagos, let me run you through the hot topic very quickly this evening. On the hot topic this evening, you would get to hear that uproar in court as Kanu refuses to submit to trial, calls Nigerian government lawyer terrorist. And then another caption has it, treason charge. Why federal government can't try me again? Kanu tells court. Well, we'll be looking at this conversation, and then we'll move on to transfer of electricity regulatory oversight to states continues. This is according to federal government. You remember that it was removed from the exclusive list exactly to concurrent list. So we're hoping that the states will begin to do more work now, especially now that the federal government is committed to transfer such powers. FCTCP, policemen battle bandits, rescue abductees. That's also in the news. Court dismisses terrorist negotiator Mamu's request for transfer to Kuje prison. He said, make court transfer to Kuje. He said, bam, day where you did first. Inside DSS, make could see you were for DSS, okay? All right. Moving on now, address Nigeria's security challenges now. Muslims in Southwest tell Tinubu. Address Nigeria's security challenges now. Muslims in Southwest tell Tinubu. I'm sure we'll also get details of that conversation. Labour gives reason for rejecting 48,000 naira minimum wage. Insist on 615 naira for minimum wage. Say easy 615 naira or nothing. And then we'll get into politics where Fubara Wike must work together for Rivers people. This is advice from former President Goodluck Jonathan. Lagos, these are the hot topics that we have. But you know what, as usual, let's take a quick breather. We'll be right back to begin the dissection of these stories. Stay with us after the short break.
From the views on the street,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of a hustling city. The loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and penchant for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things and makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
Listen to Hot Critical.
Dear valued listener,
We believe in free speech, but with freedom comes responsibility. We like to remind you to be mindful of the power of your words and the impact they can have on others. As members of Voice of the People community, it is crucial that we foster an environment of respect as we desire a healthy discussion and diverse opinions. So, how do you contribute to a more responsible and informed dialogue? 1. Fact check before you speak. Take time to verify the information you intend to share. 2. Respectful language. Choose your words thoughtfully and avoid derogatory or offensive words. 3. Encourage a healthy debate. 4. Lead by example. As a listener, you also have a powerful voice. To be part of the conversation, the number to call is 0700 903 903 903 or send a WhatsApp message to 0700 903 9039. Words have power. Use them wisely.
Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on The Evening Rush.
From the views on the streets
We go to bed empty hunger.
to the
All right, Lagos, you are welcome back. It is still 90.3 Voice of the People from 10 minutes past the 7 p.m. mark right here in our studio. It is now time for us to begin to look at those conversations that has been making the round all day. What you have been talking about, especially from the political scene all day. So let's get started with this story from Nnamdi Kanu, or fallout or outcome of the proceedings today in court. So detained leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, as the paper has it, Nnamdi Kanu, caused an uproar at the Federal High Court in Abuja today, Monday, when he refused to submit himself for trial in the terrorism charges against him. The development eventually forced Justice Binta Nyako to adjourn the trial to June 19 in order to calm the situation. Now, shouting on top of his voice, Kanu vowed he would not submit himself to trial, claiming that the Nigerian government has no powers under the Constitution and international laws to file criminal charges against him. Shortly after, the judge declined his request for restoration of his revoked bail and removal from DSS custody. Kanu got up from the dock and contested the attempt by the federal government's lawyer, Adegboyega Awomolu, to open the trial. Now, immediately, Awomolu announced that his witnesses were in court and ready to open trial. Kanu stood up and took over arguments from his lawyers, led by Aloy Ejimako. He told the court to forget any trial, adding that he would not allow himself to be prosecuted unjustly and illegally. He cited several authorities from a document in his possession and the doc to support his objections to the trial. Now, when the government lawyer interjected that a defendant was not permitted to talk the way Kanu was doing, the Biafra agitator became more angry and descended heavily on the senior lawyer, calling him a terrorist in the open court. Attempts by Justice Nyako to calm down the situation were rebuffed, as he repeatedly shouted on the government lawyer, calling him a terrorist and a dishonest man. As current chairman of body of benches, you are supposed to know the constitution and uphold it, Kanu said, referring to Awomolu. Apparently unhappy with Kanu's outburst, Awomolu told Justice Nyako that such habit is expected. He is only acting on emotions. I am not offended. I am not provoked, the senior lawyer submitted. In a bid to save the situation, the court agreed to a request by Kanu's lawyer for an adjournment to enable the legal team consult with him in a clean room where there should be no eavesdropping. Justice Nyako subsequently fixed June 19 and 21 for commencement of trial. Now, he tried as much as possible to also mention that, give reasons why he thinks that he cannot be filed. He cannot be tried. Okay. In fact, according to him, he said that the government acted in breach of international treaties it entered into. That's what he said. He said the federal government acted in breach of the international treaties it entered into when it forcefully arrested him in Kenya and rendered him back to the country for the continuation of his trial. All right. Barrister Darlington, before I let you talk, let's quickly play some excerpts from that court proceedings so you get to understand exactly what we're talking about and exactly what it was that was said by Nnamdi Kanu. Take a listen. Some excerpts from that court proceedings so you get to understand exactly what we're talking about and exactly what it was that was.
There is a decision of the court taking into consideration all the conditions laid down in Muhammad Abacha estate. But that's what you read. At this case, that's what you read. You said that you made that the defendant has now bail application. Now that's here is a decision of the and determine the issue that is glaring in laid down, which is the absence of the defendant from the court since 25th of April 2017 until he was produced on the 29th of June. My lord, which was exactly what the Supreme Court did. They said that he did not jump bail. These criminals came to my house to kill me. That's what the Supreme Court said. This is in your own court, my lord. So I cannot understand, my lord, why my trial will be conducted contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria that said I must have free and unfettered access to my counsel. It's here. This is the law of Nigeria. Terrorism Prohibition and Prevention Act says I cannot be tried in Nigeria. That's the law of Nigeria. I can never be tried in any court of law in Nigeria. That's what the law says. Anybody standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. That's what their law says. As simple as me. As simple as that. Section 2, subsection 3F of Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act. That's what it says. Any court considered to try me is committed an act of terrorism. Yes. Very clear. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then come to try that very person is not done anywhere in the world. So you must be aware of that. So that is why there is all these ridiculous delays. That is what Supreme Court said. I did not jump bail. My home was invaded. They came to kill me and I survived. They came to Kenya to kidnap me, brought me back to this country and seeking to try me, which the law says cannot happen. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then hope to stand on that illegality to conduct the trial is not done anywhere in the world. I have in my case. Nobody there's no exception. No exception whatsoever. That's what the law says. Section 12 of the Constitution, what does it say? Any treaty ratified by Nigeria becomes law. It's law. You cannot change it. It doesn't matter what they do. All these shenanigans is just pure rubbish. You never stand. Not with me. Okay. I believe in justice and fairness. That's all. Nigeria signed to stand, not to condition.
Barrister Darlington, you heard all that transpired, and you heard that from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself. I'd like to have your reaction.
Precious, sir? This thing is no longer a joke. Seriously. I have said it from the beginning that this man is being persecuted, not prosecuted. I think it is only on few occasions that a matter will get to the Supreme Court. And after their pronouncement, the same Supreme Court will tell the defendant to go back to the lower court where the case came from and start all over again. Okay. I mean, it sounds so strange. All the pronouncement the Supreme Court made, why is it that nobody looked into it? Why is it that nobody, a whole Supreme Court, he has said that this man, he has no case to answer. His bail shouldn't have been revoked in the first place. After listening to him, I'm talking of Supreme Court. So why is it that nobody looked at that particular pronouncement by the Supreme Court? The young man is right in what he's doing, because you have pushed him to the wall.
So he tried to defend the fact that they said he jumped bail, and he said that he didn't jump bail. That was because there is evidence that he came to his house to kill him. That was the reason why, and that's why he ran away.
That was why the Supreme Court said that they shouldn't have revoked his bail. That is the truth. And for him to have been renditioned from Kenya, it is equally illegal. The court said that they don't even have any law to try him. It is clear. Remember when Chief Mike Ezokome went to court and all the 15 count charges were what? Trashed out. It's on record. So why is it that the court have not deemed it fit to say, look, we are wasting our time and the time of this young man, let us do the needful? What are you going to try now? They are standing on illegality. Even the senior liar, Aromolabi,
yes,
he said that the reaction of the young man is expected. That means they know that they are pushing him to the wall. He said that it is expected. That means he knows that this man is unjustly being treated. So his reaction is expected. He said it. He knows that the man is unjustly treated. It has never happened. Precious, do you remember that, what's his name? Bauer, the former EFCC chairman.
Yes, please.
When he was taken in by DSS, throughout the days he was staying there, he did not even write a statement. He did not even appear in court. He refused. Eventually, they asked him to go. The same thing with Dasuki.
For the years Dasuki
that they stayed there. They refused to even because the Dasuki insisted that he must be the trial must go on in an open court. But they said they want to try him in secret. He said no. He didn't appear in any court. They got tired of him and asked him to go home. You have so many cases. Magu, the same EFCC, former EFCC chairman, what happened to him? Buhari did not even allow anybody to prosecute him. He was never confirmed by the Senate. For the 5 years he stayed there. And he was had to go. And he was even promoted. Precious, somebody in this country today, somebody declared, and in fact he declared a fatwa on the wife of the president of this country. He said it. One Alhaji Tenshi, Abi Sheikh Tenshi. He said that they should kill the Tinubu's wife. That she's an infidel. Openly. Without any apology. Precious, up to today, did anybody even call that man to come and say why he said what he said? Up to today, did anybody? I mean, what is worse than that? By that man? What is attacking a woman that she is an infidel that God told him? Imagine if any other body from the south here have made such a statement. Imagine what would have happened. But the man is going about free. Nobody arrested him. Nobody said anything. Precious, as I talk to you today, terrorists, I'm talking of terrorists who have wiped out an entire village in the north. They are walking about free. They are even, when they are captured, they are being brought back to the society. Sunday Igboho declared a secession address before the camera. He removed the Yoruba race from the Nigerian map. He brought out all the state apparatus of state status. Their currency, the Fadaka, their flag, everything, their camouflage, all the documents. He displayed it. What happened to him at the end of the day? He was chased into Benin Republic. Okay, when he was released from Benin Republic, why didn't they bring him back to Nigeria to come and answer charges? Why did they bring him back to Nigeria to come and answer charges for what he did? I'm talking of, he read a secessionist address before the public, before the camera. What is worse than that? Is that not reasonable felony? He is now enjoying himself in Germany with his wife. Showore declared a revolution now. I mean, openly, and he acted on it. He mobilized people all over the country. At the end of the day, what happened? The Attorney General entered the nollie prosecute and he was asked to go home. Please tell me, what is worse than all this one I've just mentioned now? Nnamdi Kanu is a self-determination group or leader, which is enshrined in the constitution of the United Nations, and our Nigerian government, they are aware of all these things. That is why up to today nobody have declared IPOB a terrorist organization apart from Buhari. No other person, no other country in the whole world. It is only this government of Buhari. But what has happened all over Nigeria, which I have just listed now, including what's going on in the north, they don't want to pay attention to all those ones. But it is Nnamdi Kanu that must be prosecuted at all costs. For what? Do you know that if not for ESN, In fact, the southeast now, the whole Fulani herdsmen and Bani would have taken over that place. Are you not aware? If not for what those people are doing to protect the indigenous of the southeast, if not for what they have been doing, in fact, nobody would have been in that place by now. What is going on in the world would have been a child's play compared with what they are trying to do in the southeast. Every time they will load people in trailer load and go and dump them in Imo State or Ebonyi State. For what? To be attacking our people. No, the federal government is not aware of what this is, Abi. They are not aware. Right, you said ESN did it, but they are protecting the people. I have asked anybody, I challenge anybody, tell me anytime ESN have gone to any village in the southeast or anywhere in Nigeria and start killing people and start taxing them before they can go to farm. All
right, let's quickly move to the next.
So why would they not say that Nnamdi Kanu did this, he did it? People are very economical with the truth. You hide your own, the log on your own eyes, you hide it, and you want to throw a small speck in my own eyes. You mean the international community, do you know better than them? Why have they not declared Nnamdi Kanu a terrorist? It is only you that know him as a terrorist. It is only you. You forgot the real issue that he's pursuing. Do you know that this Amoteku and all this that they started later? Nnamdi Kanu started it ahead of time because he saw what was going on. He started ESN before any other person. Is it not to protect the people? No, tell me, is it not to protect the people? Tell me when ESN have gone killing people in the southeast, killing villagers, killing Igbos. Tell me when did it happen? Or start collecting tax like they are doing in the north now. That terrorists will take over an entire village and start taxing them, killing people, raping people, or that ESN kidnap anybody and start asking for ransom. They cannot explain all these things, so they just want to. Look, they are taking this thing too far. It's unfair. Serious is unfair. All right. Very, very unfair.
Barrister Darlington, it's important to just put out a disclaimer there that these are purely your opinion and does not in any way represent that.
It is my opinion, and there are facts. There are facts. Yes, there are facts.
All right. So we'll move on to other issues. This has got to do with electricity. The federal government has reversed its decision to halt the transfer of electricity regulatory oversight to the state governments. Did you hear that? The federal government has turned back its decision to halt the transfer of electricity regulatory oversight to state governments. Now, the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, disclosed this on Monday during a 2-day stakeholders workshop focused on the implementation of the Electricity Act organized by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission in Lagos. Adelabu's announcement follows a recent announcement of plans to pause the transfer of regulatory autonomy to states and conduct a test phase with select states, which sparked confusion regarding the minister's authority to issue such a directive against the act. However, at the workshop, Adelabu clarified that the federal government would adhere to the law and not proceed against it. Many say they will go back to what they're supposed to do. Granting of regulatory autonomy to states is a provision of the new act, and no one person can single-handedly go against the act, so he said. So that means he no get the power to go against the act. Quoting him further, he says it's a provision of the law, and no law-abiding officer of the state will want to go against it. It's already included, and it must be duly respected. Adelabu stated that the event was to address the potential challenges that might surface while transitioning. You would recall that in April, oversight of the electricity market was transferred by NERC, that is National Electricity Regulatory Commission, to 3 states, Ondo, Ekiti, and Enugu, as mandated by the Electricity Act, which requires any ROC, that's NERC, to do so within 6 months after a state follows the prescribed legal process. Barrister Darlington, so the good news is that yes, states would have the right to own their own power and of course distribute their own power. Should we be clapping?
Why not? At least we can see the result in Abia State. Is that not what has been holding us down over the years? That is how it's supposed to be, because we are a federation. The subunits, they have to do something that will favor them. Because if you begin to wait for, there are those who are cog in the wheel of progress. They don't want anything that will bring progress in their state. So should I wait for you? These are the things we have been talking about. Look at the result in Aba today, Abia State. The same button that they refuse to give us light at the federal level. Look at what he's doing with his geometrics at Abia State. You can see the result. So why would anybody want to reverse it? For what reason?
All right. So there is a video, and interestingly, it was a listener of this show that sent me this video. Of course, I also did see it before then. A video of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu saying that if he does not give us constant electricity for 4 years, that we shouldn't vote for him again when he comes back in 2026. So that was during a business lunch with him.
Yes.
That's when he said that. Remember during the 2023 presidential election. So let's go back and remind him that again, because I don't know if the light situation since he came in has been better or worse.
Even prepaid meter, he promised.
But Mr. Darlington, let's play it back again so that you see, he would hear again.
Whichever way, by all means necessary, you must have electricity, and you will not pay for estimated bill anymore. A promise made will be a promise kept. If I can't keep the promise and I come back for second term, don't vote for me.
The heavens have had you. The heavens have had you.
So, what's the like situation? I really would love Nigerians to react to this conversation, because 1 year is already gone. So, in the past 1 year, Barrister Darlington, from your experience, would you say that you've had constant light enough to vote back the president for second term?
Precious.
Should he come back?
You don't need to ask me. The facts are there. The facts are there. Thank God we have social media and information technology. You can press your laptop and get any information anywhere in the world. Where is the light? By the way, without being told, how can 5,000 megawatts of electricity serve everybody in Nigeria? No, tell me. No, without being told, is that not enough evidence that nothing is happening? 5,000 megawatts. How can it go down?
This administration has added 625 megawatts to that. No, not to the 5,000, to the one that reduced from the 5,000.
Precious.
Sir?
Please.
Okay, sir.
Please.
Okay,
what is 600? What did you? I thought you wanted to say 60,000.
You know, a journey of 10,000 kilometers begins with a step.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
Since 1960.
Okay, sir.
Since 1960, and after nine years of APC, all the things they promised us. No, please. There is nothing to cheer here. Thank God you have keep that record though, because the second time will soon come. We'll play it for him. I know how many megawatts of electricity they have added, whether it can serve the whole Nigeria. That is how to check, not when they give one particular area light. You don't know that the light they gave them that place is the light you're supposed to use. That's why you don't have light. They now ration it. When they give you today, tomorrow they withdraw it and give it to maybe Esther. When Esther is having light in their place, when she come here, she will tell her, we have light too. You didn't know that the light is the light they're supposed to give me. Is that how to give light? Is that how to give light? So,
Barrister Darlington, bottom line, considering this story now, is a welcome development that government is going ahead with, the implementation of what they just did by ensuring that states go ahead with their plans for power by themselves.
But why was the man saying that they are halting the regulation of...
That was the initial plan, but then he just rescinded that decision.
Oh,
yes,
really?
Sir. Yes, sir.
He didn't do us any favor. Now, that's how it's supposed to be. Because somebody called in from UK the other day. He said that where he's staying, in a particular area in the UK called Stirling, that they have 80,000 people in that community or in that, county. They are enjoying 10,000 megawatts of electricity, 10,000 megawatts. The guy even said that they even have their own currency. He said it here. We are not practicing anything near democracy or federalism. Seriously. if you see why these things are being practiced, Precious, you can imagine where some of the states would have been. Look at California. California is like a country of its own in the United States. The fifth economy in the whole world, California. Why? Because they are doing their thing. They are doing their thing. That is the city of Hollywood.
All right. So, Barrister Darlington, let's go straight to other conversation. So, back, straight to security issues now. Now, the Federal Capital Territory Commissioner of Police, Bennett Igwe, alongside other officers, have rescued some kidnapped victims in Abuja. Now, the police, in a statement by the FCT Police Public Relations Officer, SP Josephine Ade, on Monday today, said the operation followed a distress call on the attack by unknown gunmen in Dawaki on May 19 at about 11:30 a.m. thereabouts. And the police said the rescue operation was carried out in synergy with local hunters as security operatives advanced on the assailants tactically, ambushing them at Ushafa Hill, via Buari and Shishikwe Hills in Mbappe. Now, the police, however, did not put a number of those rescued. They just said they don't rescue plenty people, but talk the number of them. But he noted that one of the rescued victims is presently at an undisclosed hospital receiving treatment. Meanwhile, as it was gathered that suspected terrorists had just yesterday, Sunday, invaded Dakwa Deide, the Deide area, a suburb near the Deide market, a suburb along the Zuba Suleja Road in the FCT between 12 and 1:30 a.m., resulting in the kidnapping of 4 people and leaving many others injured. Bottom line, while police is busy rescuing others, kidnappers are busy kidnapping more people. That's exactly what happened here. An eyewitness who chose to remain anonymous told newsmen that the bandits launched the operation from Rufaida Yogurt in Dakwa, moving towards Bai filling station and down to Hasmo School. The incursion sparked a serious gun battle between the vigilantes and bandits, culminating in abduction of 4 individuals. Barrister Darlington. So we also did hear that that about 9 a.m. on Sunday, there is significant military presence and other senior police officers in Dakwa area. So it looks like this insecurity issue, we're not seeing the end of it, especially considering that the place is as volatile as it is. And the FCT, the seat of power, used to be the safest place, one of the safest places to be in the country. It's not like it's not looking like business is the same anymore. What do we need to do to get the FCT to that very secured status that it used to be?
Do you know one of the reasons why they moved the federal capital from Lagos to Abuja? Do you know one of the reasons? Apart from congestion, because it was reported that the dam barracks is becoming congested. In fact, if you are passing along the road, you might even be seeing the military man inside his office from there. Soldiers lining the system, sleeping along the road there. That the dam barracks road. That was one of the that is becoming congested. And then they started looking for a place to relocate the dam barracks. Listen very well, oh. They now went to Abeson. The whole of Abeson, Aboru, all those areas, they were, earmarked for such a project. Again, because of the terrain, they say no. When they now look like no other place, it was at that time that Akinola Aguda and his team now went to, and after looking at the map, they said, okay, that place, that Abuja, is a center. If you look at where Abuja is now, it looks like the center of Nigeria. And it's for security reason. Because they said if anything happen, people can come from Lagos Lagoon or even Bar Beach and all that and overrun the capital. And if your capital is captured, you are captured as a nation. This was the major reason why they took this into Abuja, to secure Nigeria. Now look at it. Precious, are you secured now? When bandits are now strolling all over the place, they even shot brigade of guards during Buhari's period. Look at it. I was thinking this is one of the promises Tinubu would have made, that look, he's going to tackle this thing at all costs, that we should give him a particular time. Under his watch, his particular domain is under threat of terrorists. They are not even saying, they are not even saying they are doing it. You can imagine. So it's obvious that the federal government of Nigeria, I don't know whether they don't know what to do, or they deliberately allow this thing to fester for too long, or they are afraid of some people. They don't want to deal with them. Because the 400 names they gave them, I was thinking that Tinubu would have said, no matter what happens, he's going to prosecute all those people. He didn't say anything like that. Pressure, he didn't say anything like that. And I can bet my last kobo, it is those people that are funding the terrorism that they told us to deal with, that we have not dealt with, are the reason why this thing is going on. Because for them to have the energy, the logistics, and the ammunition, somebody paid money, somebody gave them the logistics to do all these things. Somebody is sponsoring it. So why have they not prosecuted all those people? They left the leprosy that is worrying us, and they are talking of rashes. They didn't prosecute them. It is Nnamdi Kanu that is their problem.
All right, so speaking about prosecution now, you remember Mamu, right? So Justice Inyang Edemeko of the Federal High Court in Abuja today dismissed the request by terrorist negotiator Mohammed Tukor Mamu for his transfer from the custody of the DSS to Kuje prison in Abuja. He was requesting that court please grant that I should be transferred to prison where I should be, facing trial, where I should stay to face trial instead of being in DSS custody. But the court rejected that. Now, Mamu is standing trial for terrorism offenses slammed on him by the federal government and had been in DSS custody following the refusal of the court to admit him to bail. Justice Eko, while delivering the latest ruling, said the federal government had raised the issues of incessant jailbreaks in prisons as a major ground to oppose the request for transfer to Kuje. He said because of the way they break jail, Oga, I no go fit grant this your request. He held that Mamu did not contradict or dispute the averments as required by law. According to the judge, since the averments were not challenged by Mamu, they are deemed to be true facts, and facts admitted need no further proof. He subsequently ordered him to remain in DSS custody throughout his trial in criminal charges against him. Now, Justice Eko, however, affirmed his earlier order that the terrorist negotiator be allowed to access his personal physician for medical treatment with the supervision of the DSS. You recall that after his arraignment, he's been complaining that he's been denied access to see his personal physician. But as it is now, he's been given access to see his personal physician. Barrister Darlington?
Somebody may now say that why is Nnamdi Kanu complaining? After all, Mamu is in DSS custody. Please, are the two cases the same thing? Was there any time Nnamdi Kanu was negotiating with terrorists? Was there any time Nnamdi Kanu collected the ransom from anybody to give anybody? They cannot be the same thing. So let nobody bring that argument, because it will fall flat. It will fall flat. Look at on the terms of the law, which is what is guiding Nnamdi Kanu trial. Everything has been trashed out. 15 count charges trashed out before the court. So what are you now trying him for? That is the question. Or you are going to manufacture unknown charges just to keep him in detention perpetually. There is no need comparing Mamu's case, and because at the end of the day, go and mark my word, they may not go far with that matter, because his boss or his principal, Sheikh Gumi, is even telling you that why should they try him? Didn't you see when he was complaining? You heard him now. It's a matter of time before you will not hear about it again, and from there everything will die down. That's when they want to do that. They will just make sure that Nobody talks about the matter for a long time before the man will quietly leave, and you will know. Remember what happened with former EFCC chairman Ibrahim Lamode? 1.3 trillion naira. I was thinking when he visited Buhari over that matter, they should have arrested him there. No, nothing. Immediately after 3 days, he disappeared from this country. Nobody heard of him. Nothing. Nobody discussed it. The last time we heard of him was at what's it called? Special fraud unit at Milverton, Ikoyi, at the Usi house. That was where he was presiding at the CP before he was promoted. Precious, before he was promoted to a DIG of the police. Imagine. Can you just imagine? Can you just sit down and think about it? Somebody with such a record promoted, to be catching criminals, to be catching fraudulent people.
All right, so President, let's quickly run this. So the Muslim Ummah of Southwest Nigeria, Muswen, has advised the federal government to address the various security challenges facing the country immediately. Muswen President Rasaki Oladijo made the call during the maiden public lecture organized by Muswen Health Committee in Ibadan, Oyo State, with the theme National Insecurity and its psychological effects on the citizens, the Islamic and health perspectives. Now, Oladijo called on the federal government to urgently address the root cause inside bottom parts of the insecurity in Nigeria, noting that the country is facing a lot of security challenges, including kidnapping, armed robberies, banditry, and other violent crimes. You know them terrorism. Okay, that one day for banditry because the guy name for terrorism now is banditry, right? Oladijo said Nigeria is fraught with challenges where the very fabric of society is tested by numerous threats. Quoting him, I said, these have resulted in widespread displacement, food insecurity, and violence, and have further worsened the economic disparities amongst the populace. In fact, Barrister Darlington, he said a lot. But do you agree with him?
I agree with him, but what are they doing about it? Is it
he's telling the federal government to face it now?
No,
telling Tinubu to ensure that he faces that and deals with it instantly.
No, they will not.
Why?
Precious. They will not.
So that is why they're calling the president to attend to that issue.
They will not, because look, this thing is very, very annoying. Very, very annoying. Somebody in this country told you that how they went outside this country to invite bandits to come and help them to win election. And these bandits are the source of insecurity in Nigeria today. And the person is still walking about as a free man.
But we had Boko Haram before that.
No, what happened? The one he said that he brought, Boko Haram has been neutralized long ago. We are dealing with bandits now. We are dealing with bandits now, Precious. The man who invited them told you how they did it. What are you doing about it? Your country, you say you love Nigeria. You now have the temerity, the audacity to go here and bring them, say they should come. They should come to Nigeria and come and help them. Can you just imagine? And that person has not been tried for treasonable felony. And you are talking of insecurity every day. Was it Nnamdi Kanu that did that? Precious, answer me. Why can't they prosecute that man since he opened his mouth and said it? You know, why can't they bring him to book? Asking why he committed such a heinous crime against the state. And now all of us are suffering because of this thing. I have been asking that question. How did these people come into this country? Nobody have answered me. Did they just leave their desert area or their bush where they are staying outside here and then come inside? Somebody invited them and the person have told you how they invited them. And yet you have not done anything about it. Rather, you are chasing Nnamdi Kanu all over the place. Is that not injustice? No, tell me, is Nnamdi Kanu the source of insecurity in Nigeria? These are things that are very, very annoying. Very, very annoying. And you want us to believe that we are one Nigeria. We have equal rights. It's unfair. Very, very unfair. Very annoying. Every day insecurity. But the person that brought them, nobody talking about it. Nobody.
All right, Barrister Darlington, let's move quickly to the labour issues before we wrap up the conversation. So the organised labour has rejected the proposed 48,000 naira minimum wage because the federal government did not reveal how it arrived at the amount. Mr. Etimo Kon, the Vice President of the Trade Union Congress TUC, said this while confirming that Labour will attend the negotiating meeting of Tripartite Committee on Minimum Wage slated for tomorrow, Tuesday. You'll recall that the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, and the TUC had worked out of the negotiation meeting after the federal government proposed 48,000 naira as a new wage for workers in the country. According to Okon, the government's failure to provide any substantiated data to support its offer exacerbates the situation, adding that lack of transparency and good faith undermines the credibility of the negotiation process. Quoting him, he says, the proposal falls significantly short of meeting our needs and aspirations. The federal government has apologized and the next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, and we are going to appear and present our demand. We will still be presenting 615,000 naira as minimum wage. It is what we presented before we worked out, though our submission was not rejected by the government. We only rejected the 48,000 naira government presented because they did not show us how they arrived at that amount. That is taking organized cognizance of transportation. Okay, he said there 615,000 naira is taking cognizance of transportation, housing, that is the current price for housing, the current price for food, utilities, health, education, among others, which are basic needs for human and Nigerian people, by extension, every worker. So government should come out and clear us, how did you come to these aspects now that you told us that you pay us 48,000 naira? How much are we going to be spending in a month to pay transport from our house to work if you're paying us 48,000? How much do we pay for our house rent? How much should we be paying for utility bill when you increased tariff by 330%? Exactly. How much should we not pay for our health care when the prices of health care or medication is off the roof? How much are we going to pay for education when, of course, the cost for tertiary institution and all that is also in the increase? So please, Nigerian government should come and tell us. That's what the Labour Congress is demanding. Do you see their request of 615 naira for minimum wage feasible?
You see,
Sir.
I am on all fours with Labour on this matter. I agree with them totally. Their demand, 615,000 naira may be on the high side, but when you are negotiating, you start from there. This 48,000 naira is very ridiculous. In fact, I heard that Labour said instead of 48,000 naira, they should work for free. Yeah, now it's better, so that you don't say that you are giving them money. This thing is just a starvation allowance. It's no money on the current economy. That thing is a pittance. It's pocket money, and the federal government knows. Precious, it's not as if the money is not there. I am telling you authoritatively, if the economy is well managed, workers deserve more than this. What are you telling me? But they are spending this money on frivolous things. White elephant projects, greed, flamboyant lifestyle. That is where the money is going into. Projects that they inflate the prices, the cost. Everything they are doing, the people are saying, come out clean. Let us see what you are doing. Like I was telling them in the morning on Igbo this thing. If they say that they are paying so amount to workers every month, that they don't have that kind of wage bill, then let us know how many workers are you paying at the federal, state and local government level that are federal government workers or state government workers. Let us know how many they are and how much is the wage bill on it every month. It will help us to now be so okay. The money is this or that. We can now, look at this and say, okay, we can now come to your level. But there is no data. Precious, there is no data. The government does not work with data in Nigeria. They just wake up and take a rational decision without thinking of the implication. Like this minimum wage. Are you not supposed to take into cognizance the tariff you remove on electricity? How much people are paying now? The one you remove on fuel? The cost of housing, In fact, who is building house now with this private cement? Who is building house? Who is building house now? So the one that are there now, the few of them, the landlords have taken it up. Based on the cost of demand and supply. Do you know that 2-bedroom flat now is higher in price than 3-bedroom? Are you aware? 2-bedroom flat now. People are looking for it like hot cake. The price of 2-bedroom now is higher than that of 3-bed. As a landlord, I'm supposed to know. 2-bed, self-contained. Go and see how much they are paying for it. So is that not an issue? You are not thinking about that. You just say 48,000 naira. For what? You didn't think about it. You just said it. I have said it here that this God, I don't know who is advising them. They just want to create problem where there should be none. Create problem unnecessarily. 48,000 naira in this economy. This economy. How many of them take breakfast with 48,000 naira? By the time you see what they have lined out on their dining table, you ask yourself, are you part of this country? They are not eating well, Abi. They should be eating well, then we should be starving. But it should be the reverse because we employed them. How can an employee be eating more than the person that employed him? Precious. Is it possible? Hold on. The person you employed is not eating fat, and you that employed him, you are starving. Where is it done? Every time we are your servant, it's when they are campaigning, we are going to serve you. When they enter there, you begin to serve them. Go and check where we copy this democracy. An American president cannot even offer anybody tea, apart from what it has been recorded for him for that day. If he take anything extra, he pay from his pocket. They have said it severally here. They have said it severally. The wife of Obama said it. But here, somebody will on his own, because he have access to our treasury, he will dip up money and give people who are going on their private religious journey and give them 90 billion. Is it in our budget? Precious. Is it not money that you should have used to pay your workers that you are taking away just to for your own selfish interest for election so that they will be in your good book? Is that not why you did it? Is that in our this year budget, that 90 billion? Let somebody show me where it is. I am sure the Christians will ask for their own too. I am telling you where they are taking away the money they should have used for workers, where they are taking it to. Tomorrow you come and tell us there is no money. You can imagine. The Lagos Calabar Coastal Road that somebody have already paid up front. Where did the money come from? Where did the money come from that the National Assembly is now investigating it? These are money that is supposed to go to workers. If you really mean well for your workers, you pay them well. But you are using it to service your own greed, your own selfish interests.
Barrister Darlington, doing roads is a greed. Investing in infrastructure is a greed.
Really? Precious.
Personal interest.
If it, hold on. Listen very well. You see this infrastructure that APC are doing for us, they have killed us with it. Pressure, they have killed us with this infrastructure development. Look at Lagos, the Kano Maradi rail line. Look at how much it costs. I said our man at ADB, he cried and in fact, he was bitter about that project. Akewumi, he told Buhari, don't do this thing, it is of no value and it's too expensive. This is the most costly rail line in the whole world. I am telling you where they collect your money. Say they are doing project for you. Look at that one now. A kilometer of road, 4 billion naira. Where is it done? I have listened to engineers who said even with the terrain, that no 1 kilometer of road can cost 4 billion naira. What are you telling me? 4 billion. Do you know how much we are talking about here? Somebody just take it like that and start building whatever. The same thing they did in Lagos here. When they want to, do you know one of the reasons why Fashola never had commissioner of works throughout his 8 years? Do you know why? It is because of this type of thing. When the Tinubu was there, it was Arewa Shola he used. Because the guy did a good job, he now made him governor in Osun State. Fashola saw it and said no. That was the reason. Fashola was using direct labor from the Ministry of Works. And you are telling me, where is the road in the first place? Where are they? Where are the roads? Pressure, where are the roads now? You are telling me they are doing road.
All right, Lagos phone lines are now open. So before we begin to take your calls very quickly, Barrister Darlington, former President Goodluck Jonathan has urged both former Governor Nyesom Wike and Fubara to please ensure that they work together for the unity of River State or for the good of the Rivers people. Say this is their fight to do the fight. At the end of the day, na grand Nango Safaram. So they should try to work together for the good of Rivers people. That advice is fair enough, right?
It is not.
Yeah, why?
It is not. I don't even know why people are, when they say, when they want to intervene in the Rivers case, they will be telling Fubara and Wike that they should make peace. Look, they should be blaming Wike. People should be talking to Wike directly because he is the agent of confusion in River State.
Haba, how do you mean, sir?
He is the agent of confusion in River State. This is a man who has finished his tour of duty in River State as a governor. Why should he interfere in what is going on there today? No, Precious. Why should Wike even be mentioned in River State now that he's doing this? Why should anybody be telling him make peace with the governor, this and that? Is it supposed to be so? They should be talking to Wike. People should be calling him, call him out.
All right.
Call him out.
All right, Lagos phone lines are open. Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions. So it is that time where we begin to take your calls on the show to get to have you have your say. Very importantly, that's a very important aspect of our conversation. Having you have your say. Phone lines are now open. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. 0700 903 903 903. If you want to call us on a direct call, but if you want to call on WhatsApp, the WhatsApp line is 0817 175 6338. 0817 175 6338. I'll take a quick breather to tell you about our television station, and when we come back, we'll begin to take your call. Did you know that VOP TV now does have a television station? Yes, so we have a television station now, and a very vibrant one at that. You should go visit our YouTube page at VOP TV Live. Just type it, VOP TV Live. You see all our shows on YouTube. Fantastic programs. You should go there and watch them. And hey, we'll be going terrestrial very soon, and you shouldn't be left out in the awesome and amazing programmings that we have. And of course, we'll also have to have you share your views and thoughts on our live TV shows, especially because we're still on YouTube now. So there'll be no don't say this, no honorable off the mic. You can, your mic is on for now until we go terrestrial, when we can, regulate your mic. So let's take a listen to our radio, our TV promo. We'll be right back.
From the views on the street,
We go to bed empty hunger.
to the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and penchant for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things and makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on.
Welcome back. It is still 90.3 Voice of the People FM. That's where you are. It's now time for us to take your thoughts and reactions on the conversations we've had this evening. Phone lines are open. 0700 903 903 903. Very quickly, if you're just joining us, let's run you through the hot topic. Oprah in court as Kanu refuses to submit to trial. Calls Nigerian government lawyer terrorist. And another headline does have it, treason charge. Why FG can't try me again, Kanu tells court. And still on the hot topic this evening, transfer of electricity regulatory oversight to states continues. Federal government has assured that. FCTCP, policemen battle bandits, rescue abductees. That's also in the news. Court dismisses terrorist negotiator Mamu's request for transfer to Kuje prison. And then you also did hear that address Nigeria's security challenges now. Muslims in Southwest tell Tinubu. And Labour gives reason for rejecting 48,000 naira minimum wage, insists on 615,000 naira. And then you also heard that Fubara Wike must work together for Nigeria, for Rivers people. I beg your pardon. Fubara Wike must work together for Rivers people. This is credited to ex-President Goodluck Jonathan. Phone lines are open, Lagos. Hello, good evening to you. Hello.
Hello, this is Jonathan from London.
Hi, Jonathan, you're welcome. Go ahead, let's hear you. Go ahead, very quickly.
Good evening, Pastor Darlington. Good evening, sir.
Jonah, how are you?
Oh, Jonah, your village people. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Sir?
Good evening, VOP.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
I salute my beloved brother, Barrister Darlington.
I salute you too.
I don't want to give any other congratulations to anybody. If not him, I'm praying for you that God Almighty will keep you alive.
Amen.
Because if we have like 5 men, like we have up to 5 men like you in this country, the country will not go the way it's going. All you are saying is truth and the evidence is quite clear. Please, I am Mr. Clem. I call from my 12. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you, my
Thank you
brother.
so much. I appreciate you. Okay, so the WhatsApp call is back at it again. Apologies for that issue if you're facing that issue with WhatsApp call. But I would rather just go quickly to your WhatsApp YouTube messages. So, Barrister Darlington, there are a couple of YouTube messages here. Okay, so William Smith says Nnamdi Kanu's outburst, if we are to go by law against aiding and abetting, it's inclusive to call Nigerian government terrorists. That is a clinical, we have watched drones in the hands of terrorists. I don't understand. Okay.
I don't know
Okay, says Mazi Darlington. Good evening, sir. Anne Maxwell says, MNK, God is behind you and he will see you through. Emeka Nweke says, extraordinary rendition is against the international law on extradition.
Exactly.
And then Gwen says Darlington can lie. Igboho read a secessionist address. Hey, he now says, I believe he believes that I also know that, but I'm not saying anything. I know that is a lie, and I'm not saying anything, because I want super chats. Okay, in fact, let me go more. He said, you
can see ignorance.
I remember the broadcast he released during NSAS about Oriental Hotel. That is Nnamdi Kanu. That was what led to the destruction then. He said, Darlington he said that Nnamdi Kanu formed a private army. It's all over his Facebook page. And then Afiniki Jibo says, you guys are furniture, so Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. And when answers and says, in fact, it's worrisome. Okay, these are all the people, right? Okay, and then let me go back to other conversations. Maintain Man says, God bless Nnamdi Kanu. And then Blessing says, Nigeria is not... Lionheart says, Precious, must you always dispute facts because or stop pretending? You know within you that Nigeria is not working. Selective justice, this is painful. Nothing that Nanoga accuse me. Peter Nduvisi says FG are doing this because Kalu is from the southeast. If he is from north, will they treat him the same way? Okay. Abraham Ajanako Achiboko says Nnamdi Kanu was released after Buhari jailed him for 2 years when the Igbo leaders pleaded that Buhari should hand Nnamdi Kanu to them. They will talk to him, even a particular senator from Abia State. So, Barrister Darlington, going back to this conversation, there was a letter that made it to the social media today. I don't know how true it is, of Emeka Ihedioha in 2022, replying to a response from the federal government that the release of Nnamdi Kanu is going to, cause problem in the 2023 election. Yes. And then he did respond to that, affirming that yes, that they should, telling them other things that they could put as charges against him. That is according to that letter. If that letter is correct, so don't quote me wrong, and all that. Do you think that there are people within the leadership of the Southeast who are perhaps also responsible for the continuous detention of Nnamdi Kanu?
Precious.
Yes, please.
There is no one person that can be loved by the whole world. Even these other people they release. Did you not hear some people from the Southwest say they should not release him? Why should they do that? This and that. Sunday Igboho, was he loved by all the Yorubas? Yet when his case was going on in the Republic of Benin, the entire Yoruba elite and everybody, in fact, the ONI brought out a 400-man team to go and represent the Yoruba race there. Was everybody Yoruba like? Did they love Sunday Igboho? Did they love Showore? And other people that have done all the heinous things in Nigeria. So why did they not say, because one person said Igboho should not be ready, therefore they should not pay attention to it? That is the lame excuse now. That is the lame excuse. What are you telling me? These other people that they are rehabilitating in the north, I'm talking of terrorists, who have committed crime against humanity and against God. Why were they being released? Okay, you mean they love those people, Abi? They love all of them.
Okay.
Please, people should go and mind their business and stop telling me.
Thank you.
What are you saying?
Thank you so much. Going back to my calls now. Oh dear. Okay. Hello. Good evening to you.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening. Good evening. God bless you too. By the grace of God,
amen.
I pray for you people.
Amen.
You are doing a nice job.
Thank you.
We cannot talk. You are doing our mouth over there, and I pray God will protect you.
Amen.
So you see, the issue of this country, we need people like Barrister Dalinti that can talk. You understand? But people are shying away from talking. Kanu has been long in detention. By now, government should think about how to release this man. In this matter, his father and his mother died.
Yes.
Why can't the federal government think about all that and let this guy go? Is it until when he died there?
All right.
Government should save their head from this matter. Buhari that protected all the terrorists has gone. Let this present government do the needful and release Kanu and let him go home. Let him go. It's enough. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Thank
you.
you,
Thank
my
you so
brother.
much, sir. All right. Going back to WhatsApp message. I don't know what's wrong with my WhatsApp calls, because the calls are just doing twinkle little star. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Jonathan calling.
All right, Jonathan, just go straight to the line so that your village people. Hey, before I even finish talking, village people have landed. What is going on here?
They are lying. You are lying.
Hello, good evening. I don't understand. There must be something wrong with my WhatsApp calls. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. This is Mars Rich.
Oh dear. No, this is unacceptable. I'm not enjoying this. Why can my people not reach me from WhatsApp now? You should be able to call me on WhatsApp. All right. So, good evening, Precious. Kanu is 100% correct as he calls Nigerian lawyer terrorists and innocent. Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime. Leo from Lagos. Remember the northern people that burnt the Nigerian flag and military, and DSS did not arrest them today, and they did that. Okay. And His Royal Highness BC Nwoko says, okay, let's see if we can take this call. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Precious.
Yes, welcome. What's your name, sir?
Good evening.
Good evening, my brother.
This is Prince from Sweden.
Prince, you're welcome. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Let me go straight to the point.
By all means.
I want to ask. I think our judiciary is part of. Is it part of Buhari, Tinubu's government, or is it an independent arm of government? I don't understand this.
They're supposed to be independent, too.
Because it's supposed to be an independent. We have three arms of government. Now, this is why. This happened during Buhari time. He used DSS, ransacked the judges' places, ransacked their place, arrested them in the middle of the night. This is the problem, because they don't respect themselves. I don't see the reason why somebody cannot get fair trial in a court. This is where we are as a country. Then go to Fubara and Wike. It's our system that allow this kind of thing.
I'm telling you.
If not for our system that allow Wike to take away too much money in River State and use it now to fight Fubara, we will not be where we are now.
I'm telling you.
You have finished your 8 years, you don't allow this one. And why are we even talking about this man? Who should be begging this man to? Why are we even telling him to? Who is he? I don't understand this kind of thing. This thing is very annoying.
No.
One man. Everybody is begging one man to allow a sitting governor, office of a governor to function. He said no. I don't understand this kind of a thing. Then this issue of labor and the federal government. How much is 48,000 naira per dollar? What can he buy? I don't understand. And somebody is sitting in Abuja, they are just signing off money and money, buying bulletproof, enjoying themselves. Is this the kind of country we want to build? Why workers are just suffering? What kind of country is this thing? I don't understand.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Sometimes something is wrong with our accent. I don't understand.
All right. Thank you so much. Apologies. Thank you. Apologies, please. You've spoken for a while. Please, almost 3 minutes. Let us speak.
It's very annoying.
Thank you. Apologies. Hello. Good evening.
It's very annoying, Jerry. Very, very
Hello.
annoying.
Good evening, Jonathan calling back.
Jonathan, you're welcome. Very quickly before your village people will come back.
Okay. I believe we will survive this time around. So let me quickly go to Wiki Jonathan comment, former President Goodluck Jonathan comment on Wiki and Fubara. I don't know why former presidents will be saying that a sitting governor and the former governor should work together. What brought all this mess? A sitting governor. This is so ridiculous. I don't know. Can anybody tell Jonathan that time when Buhari won election that he should work together with Jonathan? And going back to this the project that said that the government is doing, by the time these people will finish the project, I swear to God, by stability, dollar will be 4,000 naira per $1.
Yes, now. Yes, you are right.
I'm saying, write this prophecy down. Dollar will be 4,000 naira.
It will not come through in Jesus' name.
Okay.
Why are you doing like this?
We are right.
Okay. But we can see Maradi and the second Niger Bridge. What has brought to us? So thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, my
thank
brother.
You so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Hello. Good evening to you. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good evening.
Hello, Precious.
Sir.
Precious, how are they?
We did find your side.
God bless two of you.
Well done, my
VOP
brother.
is dishing out good things,
Thank you.
No, I don't want to talk. You know, we have talked this APC government. We are getting tired. But to ask some people say, okay, let us continue to talk. Then what do we want to talk again? You have not analyzed. So many people have not analyzed. We continue to talk and talk and talk. It is very disappointing that in a country of this nature, the richest nation in Africa, they are begging you to pay a salary, begging you to pay a worker's salary. Pay them 500,000, 200,000, 48,000 naira in Nigeria. It's very, very absurd, though. I don't know why. Demons have taken over our country. I'm telling you, demons have taken over Nigeria. Oh, thank you. Good night, Jerry.
Demon not take over. President, you not be rejecting it. Am I the only one who should be rejecting this prayer?
It should be your APC woman leader. Pray for us now.
I'm rejecting it. So His Royal Highness BC Nwoko says, I don't know what the federal government is really looking for where Nnamdi Kanu is. This is no longer a joke. Prosecuting Kanu when the Supreme Court had earlier proven that he was not guilty is very bad. This injustice on Nnamdi Kanu is really causing unrest in Igbo land. I urge the federal government to kindly release Nnamdi Kanu for the sake of peace in Igbo land. I stand and stop all those brouhahas. And Patrick Onyanta says, what is the difference between a terrorist and a bandit? I guess bandits operate in Sambisa forest, while terrorists are those who have openly terrorized Kanu. I say, okay, pardon my ignorance, I'm confused.
Yes, now. For them to have gone to Kenya and do what they did, that's a terrorist gangsterism.
Right. So this message, that as usual, your message is so lengthy, but I cannot finish all of them. He said, okay, in Buhari's time, they value cows' lives than human lives. This is why Buhari said it's easy to lead cows when he led Nigerians. This is why we have herdsmen ravaging the country. For your president, he value his. Okay, I'm gonna leave that. I cannot take your message, right? Thank you so much for understanding.
Is what?
No, he said something I can't read. Okay, Darlington, calm down and analyze issues. After all, we have been governors. You have governors in the southeast and are meant to protect the people. You have state assembly members, and what are they doing? You have southeast members of National Assembly. Barrister, please try and balance your views. You are brilliant. See why I sent in that message. And AY from Mushi says, Barrister Darlington, Showore's case is a different one.
Are you serious?
Though the federal government has no case concerning Nnamdi Kanu. He then says, they are just using federal power over the man. Precious, believe Tinubu promises at your own peril. Besides, the man don't need our votes to emerge the second time. He has that of GCR intact. GCR? Okay. This way. Okay, grab it, snatch it, and run away. Oh, why are you guys like this now? You make me read things I shouldn't read. Can I go from First Access, please? The voice note of Tinubu saying there will be constant light without estimated bill. If not, they should not vote for him. Second Tinubu, please. After 2 years of this office, they should take the voice note to his office, play it for him, let him judge himself before planning to contest again. In case he has plans to come back again. Ekene says the light of journalism. Precious, the light of journalism. Are you serious? Oh, stop it. I like it. Stop it. I like it. Okay, but let me go and take call. After the caller, come back and digest that message. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Please, this is Maze again from Germany.
Oh, yeah, very quickly. Thank you. You're welcome.
Yes, I will be very quick here. What happened?
Hey, nothing on I won't tell me. On a village people, they at work very, very well today. Hello, good evening to you. Hello.
Good evening, Madam Precious.
Good evening.
Good evening, welcome.
Good evening.
Yeah. Please, I want to contribute to this.
Go ahead. Make your contribution.
Go ahead before they will.
Okay, then.
They will enter your.
Yeah. What we do in this level people now they make themselves what is coming to them. Let's be honest for that. Ajero and his leadership make the Labour Congress to look like a chicken republic that is there for sacrifice from the government and the in apparatus. Why I'm saying this? Why are the Ajero group take the people to be what they call it monkey the walk, babu the shop? They are not supervising the government well. Anything government, when the government call them, they go there, come out, or they are smiling and leave the matter. For 10,000 naira, can you buy a half bag of rice? You people are suffering, and these people that is not doing any work and taking any money anyhow from the government pocket, and nobody is talking. So whatever they are facing today, they call it upon themselves. That's number one. Another one about this Nnamdi Kanu issue. We are not getting government to leave in Nnamdi Kanu. It's like maybe roll out. More they roll that idea, more they expose themselves. And whatever comes out of whatever they are doing, they should not blame anybody. The reason why they are saying this is this. You can't call yourself a lawmaker. You are abusing the law, turning the law upside down. And you want the citizens to keep the law. Make them think about that, you. May God bless everybody.
And God bless you too. I wanted to say, and also with your soul. All right. Thank you so much. I'm going back to a few minutes. I wish I can take more calls though. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Precious.
Sir?
Yeah, this is C2 calling for free transfer.
C2, welcome. Make it quick, please. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Right, Precious, the only crime Nnamdi Kanu committed is to enlighten us because we've been in darkness for both since the amalgamation of Nigeria. So I'm so happy that he came out and enlightened us of what to come. Nnamdi Kanu is an Igbo man, and he managed to let the whole world understand the type of atrocities Nigeria have been committing against our people, and we are wiser now. And let me tell the people that are writing you or dropping messages talking something about Nnamdi Kanu, I want to tell them that we are wiser now. We can read the handwriting on the wall. We Igbos are wiser now, whether you like it or not. The sins that your fathers committed against our people is what Nnamdi Kanu educated us for. And we know it. And we have made our own inquiry from the white people, and they have told us exactly what happened to our people. So if you like calling Nnamdi Kanu all manner of names, that is your own business. And let me tell one of our sisters in this your platform, and Precious, what's her name again? The one that conducted the evening rush. I forgot her name again.
Yeah.
Oh God, I forgot that.
Is it
I want to. Yes.
Yes.
I think it's a hearing, but
hey.
Thank God.
Oh, you people are just vexing. Okay. Oh, hello. Good evening.
Esther is on fire. What did she do?
I don't know. See, to drop that your thought on message, eh?
Oh my God.
Okay, so I'm going back to that message that eulogized me since Barrister Darlington. No more APC woman leader. For all those who say I'm APC woman leader, listen to this message from Ekene.
Yeah,
it says, Precious, the light of journalism. Oh, goodness. I had to say that with simple and correct pidgin English.
Let buy another guy here.
Thank you for the excellent job you are doing. Hope you are doing well today. Because of you, I'm doing well. It's obvious that some part of the country is being marginalized. May God help us. Ekene, you're welcome. Only you. Thank you. You're welcome. Chop, thank you. Chop very much. Chop everything. Okay. No country declares war against Israel and not go unpunished. Iran should go and ask his sister country, Egypt, what happened to them. But Nnamdi Kanu they should take the federal government to international court. Taiwo from Ota. Use government pay like okay, you say UEA government pays like 10,000 dirham, equivalent to 3.5 million monthly, compared to Nigerian police 50,000 naira.
Yes.
Prince Ayotek says, good evening, Precious and Darlington. Buhari should be in prison by now if in a civilized world. Why? Former South African president is right now in prison.
Yes.
We all know those who brought bandits into the country, and when they were asked to go by the man who brought them, and they refused because one who is living in desert came to the land flowing with milk and honey. In fact, they prefer to die than to go back to where they were coming from.
Exactly. Yes, now.
Is that what you say?
Look at the easy money they are making.
Dear Precious, the way they call this your name won't put it into extinction. You know go lost quick. He said the greatest problem. All right, you said the greatest problem we have today is power. Do you know that since Friday last week till today Monday, I have not had power up to 2 hours till date. Since yesterday, they have not even flashed it at Ago Palace. Emeka, here. Are you serious? Let me go back to my phone calls. I'll get back to those messages. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening. Is that Remy?
Yes, that's Remy. How are
your
you?
papa is greeting.
Remy London, how are you?
Papa, I do. That my brother we never see light since Friday. Now band Z then deal. Let them upgrade.
Or bandless.
Precious.
Yes, please.
You see the most important thing here. Sunday go home. Kanu, Showore, they were all fighting for the same thing.
Different era.
Yeah, yes. Exactly.
And all of that.
Yes.
Now, you see, a lot of people might have problem with Kanu's tactics. Probably because they don't understand. In campaigning, you have destructive action. Now, destructive action can come in any form. But the responsibility of every government is to use their intelligence to determine the impact and how connected those destructive actions might be to foreign power. Come to think of it, look, for you to really bring national healing, let Kanu go. Do you know, Precious, I think we need to thank Kanu for escaping when the military attack his home. Do you know, if they have successfully killed Kanu at that time that would have been a massive problem for Nigeria. So for him to have escaped at that time, I think it's good. However, they went to kidnapping in Kenya. Illegality used in fighting illegality. So, lastly, let him go. Now, Uncle Goodluck Jonathan asking Wike and Fubara to work together. What do they want to work together with? I think the focus should be more on Wike. Look, people must understand, when God used you to help somebody, you don't have the right to be their God. Precious, have you forgotten when Seyi Makinde was going to become governor in Oyo State? One ex-governor beat his chest. He said, never would Seyi Makinde emerge. Seyi Makinde did not only emerge. Ironically, it was Seyi Makinde that organized state funeral for him. Let us understand we are not God. We are human beings. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Remy. I appreciate you.
Very, very correct.
Hello, good evening. Hello. All right, Barrister Darlington, that was deep.
Yes, now.
That was deep.
People don't think when they are doing something. They don't think.
All right. Moving on. Please, Precious, I don't expect Barrister Darlington to give me lights within, Mr. President, to give me light within 1 year in office. He has 4 years to implement his promise. And if he failed to deliver on that promise after 4 years, like he said, people should vote him out. This should not be news. Kanu should be man enough to face his own trial and stop complaining. Kanu can't be a judge on his own case. Olu from Badagry sent in that message. And Pastor Peter says, Precious, I love the way your guest answers when called upon to speak on national issues. Thanks. Okay, thank you. Mr. Bukasons from Aburo Iyanokwaja says, my problem is that I bought one pint of Gary 4,000 naira. Stop reminding me how expensive Gary is now. Stop reminding me. My heart is doing me somehow. Solomon Asika from Moshi says, Precious and Barrister Darlington, Precious, why do I smell sarcasm when you said they've added 625 naira to the available one on grant? Nigeria government has no case against Nnamdi Kanu. They are pushing him to the wall so that he would get angry and explode. Then they will tie him to his words. That's it. And then this message is quite lengthy. He said, what about burning of INEC offices in the eastern part and no election should take place in the east? All these, are we not aware of all of this? Say Barrister Darlington should answer all this now. And as for Mamu and his like, they should all face the wrath of the Lord. Zach from Lukuku. So he says, but all we know is that Nnamdi Kanu, before his arrest, he has been giving instructions to the ECN and IPOB to kill every military and policeman they see in Biafra land. And of course, non-indigenous inclusive. This time, I want to disagree with Barrister Darlington on the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. So he said, bottom line, he doesn't agree with you.
Now, Precious.
Sir.
You see, this is one of the reasons why we always like to keep issues on the front burner. When IPOB started, they were going about protesting, raising awareness on the inhuman treatment against Igbos. They didn't carry ordinary stick like this. Today they may go to Owerri, just moving on the road. They are not beating anybody. They just carry placard and they are singing song and going. For one day they did not touch anybody or beat anybody. All of a sudden, what happened? Buhari's military and police started shooting them. Whenever they see them, they shoot them aside. Several times they killed these young men. The worst happened at Anambra when they were killed and thrown into Ezumozi River. That was when P2B was the governor. P2B had to cut short his vacation and ran back to Anambra to come and see the bodies of our young men floating on the river. It was after that incident that Nnamdi Kanu said that they are going to protect themselves. People should go and look at history. Don't just talk. That was when they said they are going to protect themselves. Of course, the rest is history. It's only a tree that you want to cut and that tree will be standing there. Is that not what happened? No, let that person come and tell me that I'm lying now. Why were they being slaughtered like cow like that? Just for protesting. Why didn't they allow them? Let them go about their protest, do whatever, and then go home.
All right.
When they vent their anger, they will go home.
All right.
You started killing them.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, because you.
This your message. I can't tell. I'm sorry. Hello, good evening.
Why can't they leave this phone line alone?
Hello, are you there?
Yeah.
Hello.
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 Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah. I'm calling from France, Precious. I've been following your program here.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Welcome. What's your name?
I appreciate what. My name is Sonny.
Sonny, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Yes, I appreciate what you and that brother are doing there. Your people are doing a great job. Listen to me. The problem in Nigeria now is the people that brought Buhari into power. These are the people that are responsible of what is going on in Nigeria presently. It's like Nigeria moved from frying pan to fire. Because I could remember when PDP was in power, they are not perfect.
Exactly.
But APC is incomparable compared to PDP. Let us be frank about that.
I've said it, my brother. I've said it.
And when you see, and Tinubu, let it now sound to Tinubu that maybe the Igbos hate him. Igbos are progressive people. He knows them. But for the fact that Tinubu wasted his time in order to bring a man who will present Nigeria back 20 years backwards or more than that, and putting Nigeria in a burden of debts. Tinubu is paying a price for bringing Buhari to us.
Yes.
So, are you there?
We are listening. We are listening.
So, no matter what Tinubu did, Tinubu, I think, if to say, I think the position of Tinubu is supposed to tell himself the truth. He cannot ruin Nigeria because he is the one, he's the architect of the misery Nigeria is going through today, and he will pay for it.
Yes.
All right, I appreciate you if that's your thought, but please, it's solely your opinion. Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello, are you there? All right. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Madam Precious.
You're welcome. Go ahead, please.
And Dada Ensign. My name is Peter Nsifo. I'm calling from Abuja.
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
On the River State, the advice that Goodluck Jonathan gave shows that he's a very peaceful man. He's a man of peace. But in my own opinion, that advice may not work. It is rule of law that will work. That is, you should go through the whole hog by going to the court of law to see who will win this case. That is between Fubara himself and the state governor and of course the 27 House Assembly members. It is from there that they will move on to know the next stage. But I think the court that will decide. It may even be the Supreme Court that will decide on this case. That is that. Then on labor, I'm appealing to the labor force to listen to government. It is from the grapevine that we had that government has made it 100,000 naira instead of 48,000 naira. So the meeting that the labor force will put to tomorrow, they should see that they make that in between 100, if it is true, and 120,000 naira. So that it is peace in Nigeria. You know, it is the federal government that is doing, that is saying this minimum wage. The state government, are they ready to pay, even if it is that 100,000 naira? We are not looking at the state government. Instead, we are always concentrating on the federal government. This is what Labour should understand. If Labour fights for the reduction of cost of governance in federal and state government, we support them. But when they're talking about 15,000 naira, no more, no less, it will look funny, it will sound funny, and it will sound ridiculous. Then, finally, my own opinion concerning Nnamdi Kanu, I listened to his vituperations today in the court of law. Many people are supporting him to a very large extent, which is good, but as a human rights activist, they're supporting him. But he should be sober enough so that the people that are not even in support we try to empathize with him. You know, when it comes to court to make such vituperations on these 3 occasions, the first, second, and this last one, respectively, it will look as if he doesn't want freedom. But let it also be known that nobody is above the state. Abiola was not above the state. When something happened to him, nothing happened to Nigeria. Nigeria moved on. You understand? So the people that are supporting him now are in their comfy environment, enjoying air conditioning, food, all sorts of assorted food, even women, you know, different types of women, as the case may be. You understand? But this man is languishing in prison.
All right, I appreciate
or in
you.
detention at the moment.
I appreciate you, Peter. You've spoken so well. Thank you so much. We'll have to let you go. Hello. Good evening, sir. Sir?
Answer your call.
Okay. Hello, good evening. Are you there? Oh, yeah. So you can quickly
now
respond.
You see, there are injustices that even Satan will fight. Not even God, Satan will fight. There are people that have been killed in this country unjustly, and up to tomorrow, Satan is fighting their cause. That is why those who kill them can never have peace. It's not enough to mention Abiola and this other people, any other person. Anybody that was killed unjustly, Satan will even fight his cause, not even God. And when Satan come, you can know that the trouble will multiply. Why is it that since June 12, Nigeria have never known peace? Especially in that Abuja. Why? Nobody have answered that question. So it's not enough. There is not everybody that will give. God said, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. That's what he said. If you want to dear God, or you go and kill now, kill anybody you want to kill, and then wait for the result.
All right. Okay. Hello. Good evening. Hello.
Good evening, Madam Precious.
Yes, you're welcome. What's your name, sir, and where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm Sonny from Casablanca.
Sonny, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, I greet Barrister Darlington as well.
He greets you to go ahead, please.
Yeah, God bless you, sir. Your analysis are always accurate. So, what I want to say, I'm going straight to the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. You see, Nigeria, like, you know, he depicts the real picture of Nigeria. Everything that is going through today, he has thought about it. He has said about it in the past. So, Nigeria was built on injustice, on unjust foundation. And that's what is disturbing everybody. You know, I look at those of lawyers. Those of federal government prosecutors who have been prosecuting him, dragging him up under, despite knowing that they have no case. So if the court in which is the last hope of common man have decided to let Nnamdi Kanu go and Malami refuse for a reason best known to him, I want to ask, where is Magu, former EFCC boss? Where is, what do you call him? As they said, Nnamdi Kanu committed terrorism. Where is, what do you call him, Kabiru Sokoto? Where are many of them, countless of them? How many DSS has gone after, what do you call him, the other man, what do you call him, Sheikh Gumi? Which one, which of them do we count and leave which one? So until we start saying the truth in this country, we start doing things fairly, Nigeria can never be one. We are merely deceiving ourselves. If we want to build a country, let's build a country. And if we cannot build a country, let's be honest to each other and everybody go their separate way.
All right, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I would have to cut you right there. Barrister Darlington, we have too many calls.
I mean, now that he mentioned it.
Okay.
The same man who sat on Nnamdi Kanu's case and who sat on the 400 names that are terrorizing us in Nigeria.
They were sent by the United
Good.
Arab
Where is he now? Shebi, he has run away.
Hello, good evening.
He has run away.
Hello?
Yes, good evening and welcome.
Yeah, Precious, good evening.
You're welcome. Please go ahead.
Good evening, Barrister Darlington. Good evening, my name is Joval.
Joval, how are you?
I'm fine, Barrister. You know, whenever...
these people are not this going on for God's sake. These people,
WhatsApp calls, it looks like a village people. So Jova, just go straight to the point. If this happens again, please.
Anytime, Barrister Darlington is on the show.
All right. Apologies. So I may just have to read your messages. So for those that have been trying to reach me on WhatsApp, kindly just send in your messages. I think that's the easiest way to get through to you. because the calls are
the people are just sabotaging the line.
Nobody's sabotaging. I think it's network. So our former president calling Wiki and Fubara to make peace is not the solution. Bring both of them together with elders and traditional rulers to mediate in the case. Believe you me that that will end this squabble. And for the presidency and the government, they are busy doing nothing and reaching. Okay, let me just end. Pause it there. Let me pause it. President, my messages are so much. Okay, this here says Nigeria as the biggest economy in Africa can only boast with oil and other natural resources in the south. But come to think of it, the indigenous people that owns the resources are dying of hunger. No free education for their children, no adequate health care, no clean water for them. Nigeria is only living on a faulty foundation. That's what you said. All right. And this here says, I just want to thank the president for taking Nigeria this far. Very progressive. From 600 to 1,500 per dollar. God bless us. Nigeria minimum wage income. I never want to talk that one, eh? Okay. All right. Barua Sahid says, ex-president Jonathan should be a man enough to tell Wiki to mind his business in Abuja and leave Fubara alone. He should be beating around. He should be beating around the bush. Shouldn't be beating around the bush. I saw Barrister Darlington saying that Igboho declared Southwest a separate. That isn't true. It's a fallacy. You should come up with the proof. Also, cross-check your facts. Southwest governors created Amoteco before Nnamdi Kanu created ECN. As such, as I agree with some of your points, but please let's be objective. That's what he says. And Barrister Darlington, I want to state that the great injustice that the government, both present and past, are doing against that man, thinking that Nigeria, they have done well. Well, you said a lot. I appreciate you. Unfortunately, I cannot read lengthy messages. Let's see if we can go back to a few calls now. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Good evening, Precious.
Good evening, welcome. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from New York City.
Okay.
My name is Peter. Last name is Yobi.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
I'm just joining your show for the first time. I've been watching the show anyway.
Okay.
I want to appreciate you and the young man on the side there. I think I believe that is Mr. Darlington.
Yes, please.
Yes. I just want to say that a country built on a faulty foundation can never get it right. Once the foundation is faulty, then everything else cannot be straight. What we face in Nigeria, what Nigeria is facing, outside of the aspect of leadership, which is, a totally complete different thing entirely. The leadership is not right, but the foundation of the country was built faulty. And being built in a faulty ground, it's not going to hold, it's not going to stand. Thank you very much, and everybody.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So, Barrister Darlington, today I was a guest on our breakfast show on TV, and we did look at the P2B and Atiku's possible merger, as it were, and the presidency's reaction, your friend Bayo Nanuga's reaction to it. And it was quite, I'm sure you know your friend, Mr. Aki Fatunke. It was quite a heated conversation with Aki Fatunke. So if you're watching right now, go to VOP TV Live, look on the playlist for this morning, VOP this morning, VOP this morning. You should watch the full, you would get my honest view on that. We talked about that, and of course 100 girls. You know that Murik did one Madam Ohaneye and warned her not to put her hand in fact that they may even sue her to court about that case. So I analyzed that conversation, and it was quite an interesting conversation. You should go and watch it at VOP TV Live on YouTube. And by the way, Barrister Darlington also had a lot to say about the marriage of the 100 girls, but that's on Precious in TV. Why are you smiling? Because you know what you said there. Merely I mentioned that, it just popped out that smile. So you could, because him and I share the same social media handle
as partners
in good governance. He said it's not crime, so you should go look that out on VOP TV Live on YouTube. So did I say VOP TV Live? Yeah, that's for our so look for this morning, VOP this morning on VOP TV Live. But on Barrister Darlington's take on those 100 girls, he said quite a lot that he couldn't probably say on air here. So you should go watch that out on Precious Enyi TV. That's my YouTube handle, or our YouTube handle. So it's Precious Enyi TV. My social media is Precious Enyi Official, but YouTube is Precious Enyi TV. Enyi is spelled E-N-Y-I. You know it means friend, right? And that means I'm your friend. I'm always your friend. And I'm sure you love the take you get on that conversation. Precious in your TV. So I have my brother from Kudos. I still have lots of messages here that I haven't read, and I'm coming back to read them. So please don't go away yet. I'll get back to reading the messages. But let me speak with my brother from Kudos. Let's go buy land. You know, so they say where man they work, now where they shop. So if you ask my worry brother, say, waiting be how to pronounce workshop. They will say na workshop. Now workshop. So make we go workshop. Will they come back? How far, brother Kudos?
All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Victor from Kudos Homes Limited, and I'm so excited to be here this evening because yesterday we just did our second batch allocation on one of our property that is called Kudos Heritage, and is located at Omuke Tuekbe. All of our clients were excited. So before I discuss more on that, let me quickly run through all our properties that we have, because as you are buying our properties, we are ensuring that you get your allocation. So in Lagos, we have 3 different locations. We have Kudos Heritage, which is located at Omuke Tuekbe, which is the one that I told you that we did our second batch allocation yesterday. And Kudos Heritage is selling for 1.2 million naira per plot at the moment. Then after the allocation, we are giving 2 weeks grace, and it's going to be going up to 2.5 million naira per plot. So we also have Kudos City, which is located at Agbowa in Ikorodu, which is selling for 1 million naira per plot. And we have Kudos Town, which is located at Isiwo in Ekpe, and it's going for 1 million naira per plot. We also have Fairview Estate Phase 2, which is located at Oriyonri in Igbejuleki. It is close to the Dangote refinery, also close to the Lekki Free Trade Zone, and is selling for 4.5 million naira per plot. Then in Enugu, we have Fairview Estate Phase 1, which is selling for 1.2 million naira, located at Odobudo, very close to the Akanibiam International Airport. And we also have another location there in Enugu as well, and it's also Fairview Estate Phase 2, selling for 1 million naira per plot. Then in Asaba, we have Fairview Estate Phase 2, which is going for 1.5 million naira per plot, and is very close to the Asaba Airport, and is also close to Koka Junction in Asaba. Also, we have Kudos Heights, which is selling for 750,000 naira per plot. It's back of the Admiralty University, and it's also a prime location. So let me quickly call our numbers for you. We have our numbers for you so that you can save it and you can start calling us now. 0905 904 7514. Let me call it again so that you can pen it down. 0905 904 7514. Our office address is at 171 Egbeda Idimu Road, Abulo, the bus stop. And you can reach us online at www.kudoshomesLimited.com. And on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, we are at Kudos Homes Limited. So hurry now and get your own plot. Let me quickly call the property locations for you again. Here in Lagos, we have Kudos Heritage, which is going for 2.5 million naira per plot, which is located at Omuke Tuekpe. We also have Kudos Town, which is located at Isiwo Ekpe, and is going for 1.2 million naira per plot. We also have Kudos City, which is located at Agbowa in Ikorodu, and is selling for 1 million naira per plot. In Asaba, we have Fairview Estate Phase 2, which is going for 1.5 million naira per plot. And we also have Kudos Heights, which is going for 750,000 naira per plot. Both of these estates are close to the Asaba Airport, and they are close to Koka Junction. So quickly, let me call our phone numbers for you again. We have 0905 904 7514. Our office address is at 171 Egbeda Idimu Road, Abulo, the bus stop, and our website is www.kudoshomesLimited.com, and you can meet us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Kudos Homes Limited. So thank you very much, and God bless you.
All right, thank you so much, brother Kudos. So let me go back to those messages. I go to YouTube now. Where hey, Barista Darlington messages like a breakfast inside YouTube. Oh, ew. Where do I start from? Okay, so let me see if I can go back to that call. Jova, are you there?
I am here. Oh
yeah, Jova, sharp. Let's hear you.
All my enemies, let them rest.
Oh yeah, now before they go attack you again.
On the studio, I feel safe listening to your analysis.
Okay.
I want to say that I don't understand whether it is correct that after a Supreme Court must have passed judgment in a case, you know, you're a lawyer, like I say, anytime lawyers are talking, I want to learn. Is it correct to restart the case again?
In fact, that is the strange thing about Nnamdi Kanu.
But was that not an appeal court?
No.
No, as a Supreme Court.
Supreme Court is the final arbiter in every case. Am I correct?
You are correct, my brother. You are correct.
So
you don't know what is going on.
Supreme Court that cannot, how do we say, that cannot, what's my grammar? That cannot look at itself again and,
cannot reverse itself.
Before, regarding all these past elections, and they say they cannot, I have forgotten the legal term now, they cannot call back the judgment. And they are able to say, okay, let's start again a case that has finished. I'm surprised at that. Then, but I want to quickly say, if our Dr. Goodluck Jonathan saying that Simi Fubara to precious governor and precious former governor in the name of Jason Wike should come together and quench the fire. I don't think that was a good judgment from our brother. It is true that River State is very important to Nigeria, but it is not true that the person who is causing problems was not cautioned.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Jova. Come and be going. Thank you. I appreciate you. No. You need to, because we need to talk to others. You've spoken for a long time. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hello, good evening. See you again tomorrow. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Are you there? All right. Obviously, you called, but you are not ready to talk. Hello, are you there?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, welcome. Go ahead, just go ahead. No. Okay, so I'm taking a few more messages from YouTube now. Oh dear, where do I even start from? Barrister Darlington is chaotic right here on our YouTube. I don't know where to start from. I'm thinking of where to start from.
The bad
Should I start from the beginning or the end?
No, read the bad ones.
It's the message. It's something else. Hey, okay. So, Janet Ekobi says, this is what we voted for. Why don't the government reduce the fuel price? What is all this? Kenneth says, Goodluck Jonathan's advice to the River State matter betrays the typical betrays the typical spinelessness he is known for. Hey. Okay. Okay.
A man of peace.
All right. Okay. And then he responded to Afiniki. He says, just like your Sunday, Igboho was not innocent, but why was he released now? Okay, that reacting to
exactly.
Okay, and he says Barrister Darlington isn't relocating to nowhere. He will continue living in Lagos and being a landlord over you and your what's going on here? Okay, and Darkest Treasure says somebody's wife vowed that she will not allow the release of Nnamdi Kanu. She is in talks with the judge to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is not released. And another person says, I just finished watching Esther and the quack lawyer. No, don't say that to our guest. No. Taufik Olaye says, good evening, precious. Continue he said continue regretting everything. The Megu. Okay. Barrister Darlington, if you see the messages on YouTube, you cry for me. You cry for me. Maureen says, why can't you read what you sent? What they sent to you? It looks like you are working for APC. Okay. Uncle Bush says, paying workers 48,000 naira. What is the seating allowance of members of the National Assembly and the State Assembly? Labor unions sold out, and Nigerians don't feel for them again. And he says, then he said, no one dares the Igbos. Okay. And then Bertha Onunkwa says, God is watching everybody within the twinkle of an eye. The life is gone. So let everybody watch his or her step. God of late hour is coming to judge all of us. And Mecca Meki says, all I know is that Biafra. Okay. Okay. I'm not taking that. Maureen says, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be freed. He committed no crime. And then, Barrister Darlington, the message is do you know? Marcus Sunshine says, now, how long must we, the citizens of the country, Nigeria, just and catch the same of leaders destroying. Well, you said a lot, Barrister Darlington. Please let me have you say that thing you want to say before.
Precious, do you know that this thing they are doing to Nnamdi Kanu, they are further deepening the hatred the Igbos have for the Nigerian state because of what they are doing to that young man. No, look at it yourself. Terrorists are destroying the north, making life miserable over there, and the federal government just pamper them. When they catch them, they rehabilitate them. Terrorists are even, they are even complaining that the food they gave them is not up to standard. I'm talking of people who have killed human beings, butchered the pregnant women. And now somebody is saying, let my people be free. Give us the same rights that we have in Nigeria. And you are saying he should be killed. Okay. He should be jailed.
Okay. All right, Lagos, that's the size of our package. Thank you to everyone who's been part of this show. Thank you for always joining us. We're on your radio officially now, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every day, Monday to Friday. So help me God, because sometimes the spirit may be willing, but the flesh will be weak. But I just try my best to be here every evening to bring you some up of what's happening in Nigeria every day. And we always have expert analysis to do justice to the conversations every single day. Tomorrow, I'll be having the Labour Party's governorship candidates for the 2023 election, Gbadebo Roads Vival, on the show tomorrow evening, and it's going to be a very interesting conversation. I bet you try make you no miss at all. That'll be from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. tomorrow. Gbadebo Roads Vival will be joining me on the show. And endeavor that you join. And do you even join our breakfast show conversation? You should be joining our breakfast show on radio too, 7 to 9 a.m. for the newspaper review, or 7 to 8 for the newspaper review. And we have a very interesting conversation at 10:30 or 10:30 every morning, where we'll have exclusive interviews. You should be part of it. Not forgetting our television station at VOP TV Live. Go there, watch all our shows at VOP TV Live. My name is Precious Enyi, and of course my socials: Instagram, I'm at Precious Enyi Official, Twitter Precious_Enyi. I'm a very clumsy social media user, so please forgive me if you don't see a lot of things there. But there's a video of Barrister Darlington and Esther that I'll post for you on Instagram today. A video of Barrister Darlington and Esther dancing. I'll post it for you today. He's begging me, I'm not stopping. He's begging me, bribe me. How many dollars? Bribe me. Okay, on YouTube I am at Precious Enyi TV, Precious ENYI TV on YouTube. I'll see you again tomorrow, God willing. Precious. I love you guys. Good night.
I didn't know you are this wicked.